So I'm going to cover this really quickly, and I'm not going to make this a super long transmission. But if you want to know the difference between a fact, a perception, a truth, a story, an opinion, a fact is in a dictionary. All facts are in dictionaries, okay? When you want to know an opinion, you have to see the parts of speech. So a fact can only be a noun. A fact can only be a noun. That's a word. A fact is one word. It can only be a noun. This is a cup. This is a cup. Okay? You look up a cup. Well, shoot. Then it can be also something else. When you cup something. Okay? Wrong analogy. Hold on. Because here's the thing with nouns. If a noun, like a cup, can also be a verb or an adverb, because you can cup something. So it wouldn't be this. When you cup something, you do this, right? Like even a book. A noun is like a book, but you can book somebody. That's a verb, okay? So hold on, let me find a noun that can only be a noun. A rod, a pipe. Nope, because you pipe something in. That's a verb. Blanket, no. Couch. Here's the thing. I'm going to try to find something. Glass. Glass is a noun. Can it be used as a verb? Can it be used as an adverb? Can it be used as an adjective? Glassy eyes. This is where it gets really difficult, okay? So this is why it's so hard to know between fact, opinion, and perception and truth. But here's the thing, the dictionary. If a word can only be a noun, and it can't be an adverb, it can't be an adjective, it can't be anything but a noun. If it's just a noun, that's a fact, okay? And then perception and truth and opinion, those all are based upon adjectives. Those are based upon somebody describing their perception of that specific fact. Okay? So if you want to know how I know my stuff is fact versus fiction versus perception versus opinion, you look up all the words that I'm using. And so my perception is indefinite life, but I'm still dealing with facts. A cell. What's a cell made up of? It's made up of all these different components. And you can Google it. Or you can look up in a dictionary. And then your perception of what a cell should do, that is then different truths. Okay? So if someone wants to know the difference between fact and perception and opinion and stories, you have to look up every single word. And you look up all of the facts, okay? And then you look up which are all the words and make sure that they can only be a noun. They can't be an adverb, because then context. So this is 98 pages of facts, but then my perception is indefinite life. That's still a perception, because some people don't believe in indefinite life. Okay, indefinite life is a perception of what life should be, indefinite or short. Okay, but I have a lot of bibliography in this book, and it's from PubMed and academia, which deals mostly in facts, but their problems and their solutions are based upon perception. But still, you have life and you have death. How you characterize life and death is still perception. Okay? And so when someone wants to challenge me and say, well, how do you know what your stuff is correct? Because I look, first of all, in reference material through academia, but they still have their perceptions. I mean, I'm telling you, academia and science still can have perceptions. Their perceptions are problems and solutions. So so my perception is that there's no problem, and this is my solution. So it's still perception, but there are laws of life and death, antibiotics and probiotics. nutrition, salt. What is pain? Well, that's still a perception of what it is. And so then you have to read my book to understand why I have the belief systems I do, instead of trying to challenge me, because it goes down to the micro level, and it goes down to parts of speech, grammatical information. You know, it's breaking apart sentences, understanding what is what the intent is behind the sentences and behind the words of each sentence, and what is each word made up of. And that's right, there are nouns, there are what we think is a fact, which actually is a perception, because you can have one word with 3 different parts of speech to it. That's why it's so difficult, because a cup isn't always a cup. It could be a cup like this. I'm cupping your boob or something. Okay, so so even a noun can be a verb. It could be an adverb. So finding a fact that can only be a word that can only be a noun, that is a true fact. But then you're dealing with perceptions, which is in different contexts, but then you have different parts of speech. And that is the proof that you're not dealing with facts, you're dealing with perception, when you have many different parts of speech to that one word. And that goes down to the English language of jargon, context, and brainwashing. All right, bye.